Of Britain's second biggest airport highlighted the threat posed by unmanned aerial vehicles. 6 months after the costly and disruptive incident, how ready is the aviation world to deal with drones? Oliver Whitfield-Miocic looks for answers at one of the industry's biggest events that's currently underway in the French capital.
At this year's Paris Air Show, at least 4 companies are showcasing products they say can stop drones from disrupting airport operations. Solutions include blocking radio frequencies to safely ground devices or using lasers to fry a drone circuit board. US defense contractor Raytheon says its counter-drone setup will be ready next year for what it estimates will be a multi-billion-dollar market.
Dependent on the threat and what you want to go do with it, the systems get more and more sophisticated. So we're talking low millions of dollars up to tens and potentially more of millions of dollars per system dependent on the scenario. And then you multiply that by the number of commercial airports around the world. It's a pretty sizable market.
Drone sales have increased rapidly as the cost of the devices falls. The Consumer Technology Association predicts 3.4 million drones will be sold this year, a 4% increase over 2018. Companies including Uber and Amazon plan to use the unmanned aerial vehicles for deliveries, raising concerns about how this could potentially clutter the sky.
The US Federal Aviation Administration says at least 3 pilots report seeing drones flying near their aircraft every single day. Most of these close calls take place as the planes are approaching the runway, highlighting the need for anti-drone systems.
The company that operates Paris's 3 main airports says it's developing a system it hopes to sell to other airfields.
I think that the Paris Charles de Gaulle airport will have a solution to the drone problem by the end of the year. We'll try to commercialize it and work with our partners all around the world in 2020.
It cost Gatwick Airport $1.7 million when it shut down operations because of the drone sightings last December. Now, some environmentalists are threatening to use the devices to close Heathrow Airport. As yet, no airport has confirmed whether it has a fully workable solution in place to counter the threat posed by drones. Oliver Whitfield-Miocic, TRT World, Paris.
For more on other developments at the Paris Air Show, Heinrich Grossbongart joins us now from Hamburg. He's the Managing Director at the Aviation consultancy Expairtise Communications. Welcome back to Money Talks, Heinrich. Now, the Paris Air Show normally sees a huge number of aircraft being sold, billions of dollars exchanged between the various airline makers and the airlines themselves. Have we seen that happen at this year's event?
No, not at all. And everybody expected it to be that way. It's no real surprise. Airlines have ordered significant amount of aircraft over the last years. But despite this, we have seen some really important orders. Airbus launched the Airbus A321 XLR, a long-range version of this narrow-body aircraft, and got quite a number of contracts, which show that there is a real demand for this kind of aircraft. It has a huge range. It could fly an Airbus A321. It could fly from Istanbul to Singapore non-stop. And another important order was the order of British Airways for the Boeing 737 MAX, so the aircraft which has been grounded after 2 crashes, and there have been doubts about its future, and these doubts, I think now are removed after a very important lead airline committed to the type despite the trouble it has.
Yes, let's look at that deal, because I think it surprised many analysts, perhaps even Boeing itself, because, as you say, the 737 MAX fleet is still grounded around the world. So why do you think IAG went ahead and expressed interest in buying no less than 200 of this aircraft, despite the troubles that it's still facing?
The reason is that the 737 MAX is a really economical aircraft. It's very competitive, even against the A320. And the specialists of British Airways, of course, knew that the technical problems the aircraft have are very limited and should be overcome in a couple of weeks or months. And until British Airways gets its aircraft, which will be not until 3 or 4 years, the problems will be sorted out with a certainty of 100%.
Yes, a much needed boost of confidence for Boeing. Heinrich Grossbongart in Hamburg, thank you again for your time.